Welcome to the Golden Heart Banquet 2024. I'd like to welcome Karen Johnson, who is a wonderful person who helps a lot and does things in the community. And I'm going to let her tell her story.
Okay.
Welcome, Karen.
Thank you. My name is Karen Johnson, and I've been involved in swimming and diving for basically since I was about 10 years old in one form or another. I started as a swimmer and diver myself. And then as I had children, actually before I had children, I started coaching for the Abington Dolphins. And then I coached there for about 5 years and then had my first child. And after they were out of, at a certain age, I was able to continue swimming myself in master's programs and went back to coaching again when they were old enough and getting involved in swimming themselves and diving. And both of my kids decided that while they loved swimming, they also loved diving. So that was more my second sport, but I had a good time through college, swimming and diving. And then when my kids finished up in high school and their college programs in swimming and diving, I went back to coaching since it wasn't going to be a conflict of interest to referee and coach since they were out of it. And I've been coaching with the Centennial Aquatic Club since 2014 to 2019. And then when COVID hit, it kind of shut all the diving programs down, unfortunately. Swimming programs were able to cobble some things together, but diving pretty much shut down. We were able to swim through the summers at Fort Washington and actually swam through the winter. I got recertified as a lifeguard so that I could be there for noontime swims at our swim club throughout the winter. It's rather interesting to have the snow flying and the pool heated and 20 or 30 adults in swimming from 10 to 12 in the afternoon.
Well, thanks to you, you made it possible with your getting the certified again for a lifeguard.
Yeah, three of us over 40, actually at that point over 50 probably, got our certifications after we hadn't had them for about 20 or 30 years.
Beautiful.
And then it was nice to be able to greet everybody outside and keep everybody active. And we were all joking that we had our best suntans in February than we've ever had from swimming outside all winter. But we were able to reestablish the swimming and diving programs through the summer through COVID. And I've been active ever since, both with Fort Washington Swim Club in the summer and also with the Wissahickon Aquatic Club during the winters for the last 2 years for both, but going on my third year for Fort Washington. And I'd kind of step in when the main coach had to go off with his diving team to nationals and things like that at Fort. So I've had my hands in it for quite a while and love seeing the kids at Fort. We've had over 50 kids in the last 2 summers as divers, and it makes it quite an interesting experience. So.
Well, I've heard wonderful things about you and that, you're really making quite a contribution to the community with what you're doing. So definitely wanted to know more about you. And the other questions when you're ready are, what did you do before this and what kind of things do you do for recreation?
Okay. Before this and actually during this, I was with the Environmental Protection Agency for just over 37 years.
Wow. Okay.
I started here in Philadelphia, moved out to Denver, did some work with Denver from 87 to 89, moved back and finished my career in 2016 here in Philadelphia. Both my husband and I worked with EPA for 35 to 37 years. I outlasted him by a few years. So.
Well, we know what a great contribution the EPA makes. So it's good to know about that.
Thank you.
And what do you like to do when you're not teaching diving or swimming or being a lifeguard or?
Well, I do some other, my dog's not happy. I also do a lot of gardening. always maintain a vegetable garden, and actually during COVID, I live right behind Robbins Park Environmental Learning Center, and they've had a plot of land that had kind of gone fallow for a while. It was a Mrs. Smith's children's garden, but nobody had really done too much gardening there for several years after she retired. So when COVID hit, I asked the township if I could take over the garden and donate the food to the Maddie Dixon Food Pantry. And so I've been doing that since spring of 2019 as well. It's going strong, and actually this spring was wonderful. The township was able to get a Eagle Scout project together, and they rebuilt the beds. The raised beds had been part of an old cabin, and they had deteriorated to the point that we called them the Frankenstein boxes. We kind of cobbled them together with whatever wood we could find. So we now have 6 beautiful raised aluminum oval boxes that the scouts filled with mushroom soil, and I've been able to take a good harvest already over to Maddie Dixon's Food Pantry.
That's beautiful. Well, you're doing some great things, and it's so good to know about you, and we appreciate that we can give you an honor, because we know that the people who accept are very humble, including yourself. And
well, I truly appreciated it. I never would have dreamed that I'd be nominated, but it's a wonderful.
Well, you're very well deserving of it, and you will inspire a lot more people. So I'll be getting you more information about the event, and we're looking forward to seeing you in person on August 3rd at 6:30 at Knesset Israel Synagogue in Elkins Park.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much
for participating, Miss Susan Johnson. I don't know if am I saying your name correctly?
Karen Johnson.
Karen Johnson, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay. But yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing you. And if anyone has any questions, they can contact me and I'll send it your way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I will see you soon.
Have a good day. Have a great summer.
You too. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.